You were right. They are now warning of apocalyptic food shortages. Let's talk about it. So now mainstream figures, mainstream officials in government are warning of apocalyptic food shortages. This is getting really serious, guys. We've all been warning of this for months now. We've been seeing it for months. We've been seeing the empty shelves, the inflation, all the geopolitical things internationally that have been happening. And now it's official. They're warning apocalyptic food shortages are on the way. And this is a warning for us as a first world country. They're not warning third world countries that they've already been warning that for the past 2 years, that they're struggling and they're going to have massive food shortages and massive starvation. Now it is hitting the first world. It is hitting the United States, the UK, Germany, Europe, Canada. It's hitting everywhere now. So let's dive in. Let's see, before we get exactly to what the head of the Bank of England said, which is like the Fed here, it's like the head of the Federal Reserve here, the head of the Bank of England is warning of apocalyptic food shortages. So before we get into exactly what he said, let's dive into some things that are causing this, because it's every day is a new development. Every day there's something that's just tipping the scales a little bit further in the way of a massive food shortage. So let's dive into these headlines really quick. India's surprise wheat export ban traps 1.8 million tons at ports. That's a lot, guys. That's billions of meals. I calculated that's about 2.79 billion meals. So billions of people are going without food because of this. And this is on top of India previously promising that they would export massive amounts of wheat to make up for the shortages that we're already experiencing. So India's surprise wheat export ban, which they just implemented a few days ago, traps 1.8 million tons of grain. So let's dive into another headline. Southwest Kansas wheat devastated by drought. Devastated on May 9th. So farmers in Kansas are having some of the lowest yield expectations they've ever had. They're normally expected to have around 40 to 45 bushels per acre. They're projecting now 0 to 5 bushels per acre. 0 to 5. It's normally 45. So this is in the United States. This is in Kansas, guys. This is the state right next to me. So this is going to cause huge issues. Kansas is supposed to be the breadbasket of America, and now they're projecting 0 to 5 bushels per acre. That's devastating. And this is due to drought conditions and bad weather and fertilizer shortages and a bunch of different things. Let's get to a couple more headlines. Ukraine war. Global wheat prices jump after India export ban. So global wheat prices have jumped over 80% since last July, and not even a year. So in less than a year, they've gone up over 80%. I believe they went up over 7% just over the weekend from this India wheat export ban. So this is like, we're seeing things now, but the big issue is going to be this season's harvest and next year's food, because all the food we're eating is still from last year. This is all from last year's production. So we're still living off the abundance of 2021. And now that we're having all these issues, 2023 is looking very dangerous. It's like this guy said, setting up for apocalyptic food shortages. Let's get into a couple more headlines before we dive into what this governor is saying. Here's another one. War and weather sent food prices soaring. Now China's harvest is uncertain. So China is the biggest producer and biggest consumer of wheat, and their winter wheat harvest is in danger right now. It's in danger of having extremely low yields. So this is going to affect global wheat harvest and global wheat production, global wheat exports even more and just drive up prices even more. So now that we've really set the stage of what's going on with our food supply, let's dive into what this guy's saying, because this is literally a governor of the Bank of England. This guy's the head of the Bank of England. It's like the head Jerome Powell, the Fed chairman, saying this. And he's saying this is going to affect his country and he's worried about it. So he said that he was very uncomfortable because rises in inflation driven by a series of external shocks, including the war and supply chain issues caused by lockdowns in China, were creating a very big income shock that could intensify in coming months and risk double-digit inflation before the end of the year. So they're saying, oh, don't worry, inflation's gonna go down. Well, this guy's telling you, this guy knows what he's talking about. He's head of monetary policy in England and the UK. He's saying we're at risk of double-digit inflation before the end of the year. He said this is a major worry, and it is not just a major worry for this country, it is a major worry for the developing world as well. Sorry for being apocalyptic, but this is a major concern. So this is, people are using the word apocalyptic now. People in government are warning you. So this is what happens. We are warned, we are told what's going to happen, we are conditioned. So you already freak out, you panic before it happens, and then you already get it all out, and then a month goes by and you're like, well, nothing happened. And then it happens. And then you already got all worked up about it. Everyone already forgot about it. Everyone already discredited it and said, oh, this isn't happening anymore. So this is what they do. They put out stuff before to condition you so you don't actually have any reaction when it actually happens, because you just react to, the prediction, the foresight of what's going to happen, and you get upset, and then it actually happens a month later and everyone's just moved on. Does that make sense? So that's why they do this. That's why they warn us. That's why they just blatantly tell us what they're doing all the time. You need to be growing, you need to be stocking up, you need to be getting as much as you can get, because there's warning of apocalyptic food shortages, guys. You should have at least months of food supply. Months, guys. As long as you can have. You should do as much as you can get, but at least have months of it, because this isn't going to get better. This is only going to get worse. 2023 is going to make 2022 look like a joke. That's my opinion. So let me know what you guys think. Hit that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit those comments. You guys freaking rock. I love all the support and all the comments I get. I love reading it, and you guys are incredible. I'm super blessed for you guys, super blessed to have you guys, and I hope you guys have blessings too. And thank you guys. You guys have a blessed day.